Ever feel like life's just one giant game of dodgeball? Those curveballs just keep coming, and sometimes you just want to shout, time out.
Uh-huh. I hear you.
But what if, instead of dodging, we learn to catch those curveballs?
Hmm.
And I mean, like, really catch them, use them to our advantage. That's what we're diving into today, upping our adaptability game. And thankfully, I found this awesome piece on, get this, self-improvement that has some seriously solid tips.
Oh, self-improvement, always a fun one. Lay it on me.
Right. But we're not just skimming the surface here. We're going deep, like deep sea diving, into why these tips work and, most importantly, how we can actually use them, in the real world. No more vague advice, just actionable
Like, I'm
steps.
all about actionable. Love it. So what's tip number one?
Okay, get this, embracing change. Not just dealing with it, but actually seeing it as, get this, a growth opportunity.
Oh, that's good.
Right. But like, easier said than done, right?
Yeah.
Our brains, they kind of freak out when things go off script.
Totally. Our brains are wired for predictability. It's a survival thing, right? But change, even good change, throws that off. So it's all about catching that initial fear, that oh crap moment, and flipping the script.
Flipping the script.
Exactly. So instead of asking, what if this all goes wrong? We ask, what can I learn from this? What new doors might this open?
Ooh, I like that.
Right. Think about it. Imagine you're offered your dream job. Amazing, right? But it means moving across the country.
Okay, that's a big one. Excitement and terror all at once.
Exactly. At first, you might resist, leaving your friends, finding a new apartment, all those unknowns.
So many unknowns.
Right. But what if instead of focusing on the disruption, we embrace the adventure? Think about it. Exploring a new city, meeting new people, stepping outside your comfort zone, that's adaptability in action.
It's like turning change, into bring on the adventure. I like it.
Yeah.
And speaking of embracing the unknown, the next tip is all about open-mindedness.
Yes, and it's more than just being agreeable, It's about actively challenging your own assumptions.
Oh, so it's like the opposite of digging your heels in.
Exactly. We all have biases, ways of thinking that are ingrained. But to really adapt, you've got to be willing to listen to different viewpoints, even if, and this is key, even if they clash with yours initially.
Even if you're like, nope, not changing my mind.
Yep. Because you never know, that conversation could spark a whole new idea, a solution you hadn't even considered, or even, and this is a humbling one, reveal a flaw in your own thinking. Like, say you're about to launch a new product. You're convinced it's perfect, right?
Been there.
But because you actively seek out opposing views from your team, you uncover a potential flaw in your marketing strategy. Saves you from a major headache down the line. That, my friend, is the beauty of open-mindedness. It unlocks possibilities you might have missed otherwise.
That's so true. It's like that saying, none of us is as smart as all of us.
Okay.
This next tip is one I'm all about. Learning from our past experiences.
Ah, yes. The best and sometimes toughest teacher.
Tell me about it. I try to squeeze every ounce of wisdom out of, life's little curveballs.
Right.
Like, just the other week, my flight got canceled last minute. It was chaos. But I remembered a similar situation a few months back and how I'd navigated it. I had snacks, downloaded podcasts, even scoped out the comfiest waiting area. Having that game plan ready made all the difference. But how do we tap into those past experiences more intentionally?
Think of it like building a mental toolkit.
Ooh, I like that.
Every time we successfully navigate a change, big or small, we're adding tools to that kit. The key is to consciously recognize those wins. So, think back to a time you adapted well to a change. What did you do? What mindset helped you get through it?
Love that.
By remembering those past successes, you're essentially creating a playbook for the future. So the next time a change comes your way, bam, you've got your trusty toolkit ready.
It's like having that adapt like a champ highlight reel playing in your mind. Love it. Okay, this next tip sounds deceptively simple. Practice flexibility.
Ah, the F word.
Right. It's one thing to say it, but life rarely goes according to plan. And those unexpected changes, those can be really frustrating. How do we roll with those punches without losing our cools?
I think it comes down to reframing those moments. See, we tend to see those unexpected changes as, annoying disruptions to our perfect plans.
Oh, yes.
But what if instead we saw them as a normal, even expected part of life's unpredictable flow?
So instead of, ooh, now I have to rearrange everything, it's more, okay, new plan, game on.
Exactly. Imagine a tree in a storm. A rigid tree, it's more likely to snap under pressure, right? But a flexible tree, it bends with the wind, it weathers the storm. We're no different. Life's going to throw storms our way, guaranteed. But by cultivating flexibility, we're better equipped to handle those challenges without, breaking.
That's a great analogy. Okay, last, definitely not least, a tip that I think ties everything together. Be proactive. Don't just react. Anticipate. How does that connect to everything else we've been talking about?
Well, think about it being proactive often minimizes the size of the change we even need to adapt to down the line. Remember those mental toolkits we talked
Oh,
about?
yeah, our adaptability toolkit.
Exactly. By being open-minded, by learning from our past, we become better at anticipating those potential challenges. And that, my friend, helps us plan and prepare.
So it's less about frantically reacting and more about navigating those changes strategically. We're not just passengers on the crazy train of life, we're actually in the driver's seat.
Yes,
Yeah.
you've got it. And that, in a nutshell, is the heart of true adaptability. It's not just about surviving change, it's about using it as fuel to learn, to grow, and to thrive.
So to recap, we've got our 5 adaptability power-ups. 1, embrace change as an opportunity. 2, cultivate that open-mindedness. 3, don't forget those past successes, they're gold. 4, practice flexibility. Be that tree in the wind. And 5, be proactive. Get ahead of the game. Each one of these builds on the others, creating this amazing ability to handle whatever life throws at us.
I love it. And for all you listeners out there, here's a little something to ponder. Which of these tips resonates with you the most right now? What's one small action you can take today to put it into practice? Just one small step towards a more adaptable you.
Good one. And on that note, it's time to wrap up today's deep dive. Keep exploring, keep learning, and most importantly, keep adapting like the amazing humans you are. We'll catch you in the next one.